Here are the top 3 cars questions you must be ready for. For you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Peter. I am a licensed aircraft maintenance engineer and I help apprentices to pass the cars exam 80% and above. So if you're an apprentice about to write your cars exam and you need someone to guide you through, click the link in the description and book a consultation and let me see how I can help you out, right? The top 3 cars questions, I see them asking all the time, right? I'm going to start with the first one. Number 1, right? How many years is the AME license valid for? Right? This is one question I see them asking every time. When I did my cars exam a couple years ago, they asked me this question, and a lot of apprentices that do their cars exam now, they're still asking them this question. And the reason why is, right, there was a change in law, right, in the year, I believe in the year 2018, right? Transport Canada changed the law. Before, AME license was valid for 5 years, right? So everyone that had their AME license before, the license was valid for 5 years, so they got to prove to Transport Canada that they were still working in the maintenance field, right? For them to renew their license, their steps to renew your license, right? But now, the law has changed. And that's why I recommend you guys, whenever you are studying for your cars exam, you want to try and buy the latest edition for the cars for AME, right? Because the new edition has a lot of updates and laws. It gives you what is present, right? But the new law says the AME license is valid for 10 years. This is one question I see them asking you every time, and I can guarantee you, right, they're gonna ask you the question. All right. Second question is, guys, my handwriting is not the best, but I'm gonna try to make it as clear as possible. Okay. Number 2, where can I find the regulation and standard for AME license? This is another question I see them asking every year, right? And the reason why is there's a huge difference between regulations and standard, which I'm going to explain in this video, all right? When it comes to regulation, I'm going to start with regulation, right? For regulations, what do they mean by regulation? Regulation tells you, right? You must do this, right? It's a must. It's a law, right? For you to be able to sign a maintenance release, right? For you to be able to sign a maintenance release, you need an AME license, right? For you to fly an aircraft in Canada, an aircraft needs a tail number, which is called a FIN number, right? Those are regulations. And when it comes to standard, for standard, right, tells you how to do it, right? Tells you how, right? The requirements for AME license, for you to be able to get your AME license in Canada, you need an accreditation of what? 48 months, right? Before you can get your license, you need to pass your cars exam, right? Those are standards, you know. And when it comes to where can you find the regulation and standard for AME license, for regulations for AME license, you can find it in cars 403. And there's a difference. There's a meaning between for this section right here. There's a meaning, right? This is your part. This is your sub part. Like, I can get more details regarding that. This would be like a whole different video, right? So for your regulations for AME license, you can find it in cars 403, right? And when it comes to standard, where can you find the standard for AME license? Right, standard for AME license. STD 566. Right? Before the old regulation, it was called AWM, which was airworthiness manual, right? But for now, the new regulation, it's a standard, right? And this is something that might try to confuse you with. Actually, an apprentice that wrote this exam recently, right? I coached him on how to pass the examination. He was telling me they asked him this question, and the options they gave him was, where can you find the standard for AME license? They put, so they asked him this question, you know, where can you find the standard for AME license? And they put a airworthiness manual 566, right? Standard 566, cars 403, and what? Cars 427, right? And they asked him this question, where can you find the standard for AME license, right? You want to understand that the standard is the new version. Before, it was called airworthiness manual, right? And the last question I see them asking every time, right? The last question is, after your first attempt, right? These are for people that failed the first attempt, right? How long do you have to wait for, right? How long do you have to wait for, right? This is another question I see them asking, right, every time. And the reason why I put this here is because a lot of people will get confused and they try to confuse you. That's the whole purpose of the CARS exam, right? That's why I tell you guys, don't cram. You got to read to understand, right? I remember when I did my exam, they asked me this question, right? And they gave me like options, right? They gave me options for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, guys. My handwriting is not the best, but 2 weeks. What? They gave me an option for what? It wasn't 2 weeks. It was like 14 days. 60 days. Right? And they gave me another option, 30 days. Something like that, right? The right answer is 30 days, right? So those are the top 3 questions I see them asking at you, 100% guarantee. And this is something I help apprentices with, people that are trying to write their CARS exam. You know, I help you to pass your exam 80% and above. You know what I mean? And this is from experience, because I have a lot of advantage. I work with people that do the examination, so I can tell you what to expect. You know, I can guide you through. I can give you the right information. So if you're an apprentice about to write your CARS exam and you want to pass that examination once, you need someone to guide you through to pass that examination 80% and above, guys, click the link in the description and book a consultation and let me see how I can help you out. All right, for you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Peter. I am a licensed aircraft maintenance engineer, And I have hundreds of videos regarding aircraft maintenance engineering on my license and also for the cars examination exam. So please do not forget to check out those videos, all right? For you guys that are new to my channel, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys.